with Mario Lopez.
What up, it's Mario Lopez. Joining me now in studio, actress and singer, the very talented and beautiful Lea Michele. How are you?
I'm so good, thank you. I'm happy to be inside.
Right?
Oh, it's hot out.
It's hot out. And it's not even that hot. Wait till August when we're,
I don't know how you do your show. That's
man,
intense.
I'm like people of the sun, right? So I'm used to it. But sometimes poor people. Yeah, so we try to get in there. We try to get in there in the morning and stuff. But wait, lots to talk about with you. Congratulations. You're about to kick off a new tour, an intimate evening with Lea Michele.
You know, it wasn't until
That's my kind of evening, by the way.
It wasn't until the posters were made that I kind of stopped and I was like, I just want to make sure we are all on the same page with the intimate evening with Lea Michele here.
What makes the show so intimate?
I think what makes it so intimate is I take off all my clothes and I stand there. No, I talk about a lot of, personal stuff. And the shows are smaller and they're intimate. And I think when I say the word intimate, it's just like, this isn't some show with, backup dancers and confetti and whatever. It's just, it's an intimate evening. It's just me with a mic and my band singing songs and telling stories. And
I love that. And
getting personal, though. I think that's also what makes it intimate.
That's cool. It makes it very special for the fans, too. And also a showcase that you can really sing and real talent as opposed to a generation of artists where that is not the case and you need a lot of bells and whistles. So really looking forward to checking it out.
Thank you.
What does the set list look like? Is it all originals? Do you have covers too?
Yeah, so I do a couple songs from my first album, a bunch obviously from the new record. And then I feel like I kind of was the queen of covers for about 8 years working on Glee.
I love that too, by the way.
I do too. I think it's great. And I do an awesome section of Glee songs and I keep switching those up if people sort of, think of something and I go, oh my God, I totally forgot I sang that song on the show. I should totally put it into my concert. So it's been really great. And I really do love reminiscing about Glee and talking about the songs because a lot of the times I was with Darren Criss yesterday in Cord Overstreet and we were talking about how when you watch the show and you watch the musical numbers and this as an actor, you can say, oh my God, I know exactly what was happening that day behind the scenes. Right. So it's interesting to sort of talk about these songs and talk about what was happening behind the scenes for all of us.
Oh no, people love that. I love that.
You're
sort
like,
of stuff.
I was so sick when I filmed that scene. I had a fever of 104, and I was like, but of course we put on a good face. We do our jobs, and
you're a professional, and you got to do what you got to do. You mentioned Darren Criss. He's been in here quite a few times. Great guy, very talented, and I got to imagine you guys inspire each other, and clearly you're friends, and you've worked together in some capacity, and something you want to continue to do.
Yeah, and you and I were talking earlier just about the importance of, when you're involved in a show as you were, that becomes such a cultural phenomenon. You really do get sort of ingrained in you that you are that character. And I think it was so important for all of us to kind of step away and do our own thing. I think for me, Scream Queens was such an incredible opportunity because it really sort of reminded people that I can play different parts. And I went from Rachel Berry to playing a psycho killer.
And which coincidentally, so did her buddy Darren Criss.
And Darren is doing that now as well. But, we felt that now was the appropriate time to kind of come back together in a professional way because we have our friendship and we hang out. But now we wanted to work together and collaborate. We're both releasing music and I feel like we perform really well together. A lot of the times when we had to do promotions for Glee, they would be like, send Darren and Lea out to do a couple songs. So we already had a few songs under our belt and maybe we'll do something bigger together in the future. That's
cool. And it's great when you actually like each other too. It makes it fun.
And Darren is such a performer and doing a solo concert, it's hard. It is. And it would be great maybe in the future if we did something together that I could kind of be like, okay, tag, you're in. I'll be backstage taking a breather and you can talk to everyone for a little while.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of great.
Your second album's on the way.
Yes.
Places,
please.
Is exactly. Which I fortunately guessed, right? It was sort of the significance of the title, sort of like when the stage manager and from the theater background playing a little homage.
I wanted, this album really is sort of about coming back to form. And I think that with my first record, I did take into consideration a lot of like what people sort of wanted me to be and what I should sound like. And I think that now, even though I really brand myself as someone that really just puts it out there that you should be who you are, I did take a lot of other opinions into mine. And I also had a lot going on both personally and professionally at the time. So I was able with this album to really think about what I wanted this to sound like. And if it's different, if it's unique and whatever, I don't care. It's me. I'm really proud of it. And so the title does refer back to my Broadway background and where I'm from in New York, and places means it's the top of the show.
Yeah, it's great. It works. Where are you from in New York originally?
Manhattan. I was born in the Bronx and then I worked on Broadway my whole life and
So how come you don't have any accent? You don't have any kind of an accent. If you're in the city, they don't really have much of an accent, right?
No. I had an accent. When I was on Broadway, I had to take speech training classes to get rid of it.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to be like my bag and my mom and my dad and like we're talking and we're saying things in my coffee and
that's good.
It was really bad. My
so you can bring it back if you need to.
I don't know if you've ever been around my parents, but they are. My dad's accent is so extreme.
Really?
Like it's so crazy. And so is my mom. And they don't even realize it. It's so bad.
I want to meet them.
They like to party, that's for sure.
Oh,
they're the cutest.
Fun. And you collaborated with some big writers on this album. Linda Perry, Ellie Goulding, Fitz from Fitz and the Tantrums.
I know Fitz.
Yeah, he was great. He was just here too, as a matter of fact.
Cool.
Very different types of artists too. What did all those different kinds of artists bring to the table?
Bringing the songs into this album, there was a couple different ways that it happened. I worked very closely with Ali Temposi, who's an incredible songwriter. And so we worked together and just she and I in the studio. And as far as the songwriting process was concerned, we would either get songs that came in from other artists like the ones you just mentioned. And we were very specific that if I wasn't collaborating or writing on them, that they really had to make sense for me. So some songs came in, other songs came from collaboration sessions where I would just sit and talk, which as you can tell, I sort of like to do. And I would just tell stories of my life and, things that have happened to me along the way. And then they would write songs, based on those stories. Or I would personally sit down with writers and we would come up with songs together.
Very Frank Sinatra approach. He did the same thing.
Oh, cool.
He just sort of talked and whatever and then write.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I'm a big talker and sometimes I feel like my brain goes faster than I can write on paper.
I feel you. All right.
So, but the ones that I did write on the record are very personal to me. And the ones that were given to me also, I'm so honored. The Ellie Goulding song I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah.
So maybe she'll come and sing it with me at some point.
Very cool. Do you know where you're performing in LA by chance?
So we just did LA a couple of months ago. And right now don't have an LA date. The closest to LA is San Francisco.
Okay.
So come to SF.
Which I'm down with the Bay Area to go to visit for sure. Anytime you're in SoCal, though, please
yes.
Let us know. So, were you filming a new pilot recently?
Yeah, I'm filming a new pilot.
Okay, so is that what does that mean as far as with Scream Queens?
I don't know what's up with Scream Queens. I'm working on the pilot right now. I think everyone's still waiting to hear if there's going to be another season. But I'm really excited about this new show. It's just a pilot for now, but I really hope that we get to continue into a full series. But it's about a young rapper who ends up running for town mayor and wins. And it's a great young cast. It's funny because I think
I love that premise. Is it a comedy?
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds very funny.
Well, it's really funny because
it's a drama.
It's a drama.
You never
It's
know.
real deep. It's real deep.
High concept dramas these days.
Drake did some interview the other day, promoting Chance the Rapper for town mayor. We were like, we're already doing it.
Oh, look at that. Ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I think there's a petition to get Chance the Rapper to run for mayor in Chicago because he's doing so much good work, donating money and stuff to the schools in Chicago that they're like, you should be our mayor.
Exactly. And rapping in a sense is it's like poetry and it's just it's such a great way of speaking and presenting yourself.
Sure.
And so this young rapper on this television show, he is a great mayor because he's a great performer and he knows how to, speak from the heart and speak truth.
Who plays the rapper?
His name is Brandon Michael Hall. You can see him on, if you ever watched Search Party.
Okay.
He's so great. And great
Your
young
character?
cast. So I play Valentina, his friend from high school, one of smart girls. And he comes to her and he's like, please come and help me with this, campaign. And so she sort of begrudgingly comes along and helps him. But what's super cool is every episode has original hip hop and rap from Daveed Diggs, who won the Tony Award for Hamilton.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So it's got do you get to sing the hooks?
I'm not. No, listen. I'm just sitting and looking pretty these days.
Oh man!
When you come to my concert,
the great rap songs always have the cool
they
hook.
keep trying to get me to rap. I'm like, boys, please. But it's funny because I just did a show with all girls. Now I'm on a show with all boys.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah, I bet.
Totally different.
Yeah, I bet.
It's great though.
Before we let you go, I want to put you on the spot. Quick questions,
Love
quick
it.
answers. All right. Current song obsession.
It Ain't Me by Selena Gomez.
Okay.
Love it.
And this is just to veer off for a second. One of the many things I love about Lea, she does her homework on TV. She watches everything.
Yes, I do.
She blows me away. Remember, I always tell you how about yes.
I could probably beat anyone as far as what shows.
And not
Did
just
you watch
highbrow.
the OA?
No, I'm sorry.
Did you watch the OA?
I
did not. He did. I haven't. She even saw Peaky Blinders. I've been telling you guys to watch Peaky Blinders for the longest time.
I haven't gotten to that yet. Have you seen Broadchurch, the British version?
Duh. Did you see the American version? I
did not see the American version.
Wow, dang. Dude, but not even that. Even the Bachelor and Real Housewives franchise.
Oh my gosh,
she's
everything.
Really balanced.
If you like Broadchurch, you would like. I'm watching right now. The Missing is a BBC show that's now on Stars. Also, you should watch Marcella. It's now on Netflix. It was a BBC show.
See?
And The Fall is really good too. If you like that kind of Broadchurch, Marcella's good.
So you don't sleep then, because there's no way you can. You must go like 3 hours sleep.
I just started.
You know what waiting in your trailer is like.
Yes, okay.
It's called
so
Hurry
you're
Up
using
and
right
Wait.
There you go.
I just watched the entire second season of Love in one day.
That's true. You can binge watch it. That's right.
I started Broadchurch about a week and a half ago, and I already finished the first season.
Oh well.
And now I'm in the second.
That's like so easy.
Yeah. See, these are fun facts about her. Okay,
that's incredible. She's seen everything.
Right? That's awesome.
Yeah.
As we were, all-time favorite musical.
On Broadway?
Sure.
Oh, Les Mis.
Right? First one I ever saw.
Duh.
That was the first one.
No, it wasn't the first one I ever saw, but it's the first one I was ever in.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, that's the first Broadway musical.
Yep.
I have.
Mine was Phantom that I saw.
Was it Phantom? Mm-hmm. Okay. Celebrity crush growing up for her was Michael Jordan, by the way.
Okay.
So
you already know everything about her.
I know that. Who's current celebrity crush?
That's a tough one. I usually, when people are good singers, like I feel, or you know what's difficult is if I watch a show, then like I fall in love with like that character.
Yeah.
So like the lead guy from Peaky Blinders right now, like
Cillian Murphy. How cool is that guy?
Like,
Didn't I tell you?
You did.
Dude, Leah and I are like
this, by the way. Mario's
like,
current crush.
I just literally
we have the same crush.
Like I watch a show and
that
I'm
guy's
like,
cool, isn't he?
I'm obsessed with you, like on that show.
And he goes toe to toe with Tom Hardy like nothing, and he still holds his own. He's got gravitas.
So good. Tom Hardy the baker.
Right?
So
yeah, Sullivan. Dude, she's awesome. Last one. Time travel destination. Go anywhere for a week.
Where could I go in time? Like another century?
Yeah, you can go back a few centuries.
Could I go to this century to Bora Bora right now?
If you want to.
Okay, great.
Yes. I don't think you really
if you take me, that's good. I'm ready
to need a time machine for that, but sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Well, Leah, please know you're welcome anytime. Congratulations on everything. You can get all of Leah's tour dates and ticket info at onwithmario.com. You can follow her on Twitter at Lea Michele.
On with Mario Lopez.